By now, you've probably heard of ATM skimming, and this is where criminals take a device and they actually put it on the ATM on the front of it so that when you put your card in, it slides through their little device before going into the real machine. And this has been going on for years now, and it just seems to continue to happen and continue to happen. And so a while back I was contacted, they said, hey, we want to go out and have you do this scam, where you go do these things. And actually now they sell skimmer devices on the internet for ATM. So you can actually buy, like you tell them what kind of ATM you're targeting, and they'll send you the prefabbed piece to put over it. It's ridiculous. So, so be aware of that. But when they target me and ask me to do it, I go, look, everybody's done this. It's kind of been overdone. I'm kind of bored with it because they've been done so many times in so many different ways. I want to do something a little different. So I decided just to make my own ATM and figured that'd be far more fun.
It's a luxury many of us take for granted. Access to our money anytime, almost anywhere. ATMs, they used to be found only in bank lobbies. Now they're everywhere, from fast food chains to convenience stores. But just when you think an ATM is a safe place to get your money, you could be taken for a ride.
The trouble is, how do you know what's a real ATM and what's just some idiot that just pulled one out on a corner somewhere that can scam you?
Cybersecurity expert Jim Stickley decided to see how easy it would be to put a fake ATM on a busy street, stealing precious card numbers and PINs. He bought kiosks online, installed a fake card reader, a touchscreen, and voila.
There's nothing about them that would question that they're not an ATM machine.
A fake ATM with some real consequences.
They're going to put their PIN in. Instead of giving them money, it's going to give them a message telling them there was an error processing their card.
Next stop, 6th Street, Austin, Texas, a city known for its nightlife with lots of foot traffic and even more ATMs. With the permission of popular nightclub Cure, Jim set up 2 ATMs outside in broad daylight. No questions asked.
As you can see, we got the ATM set up. It looks really good on the street. The no fee is the big draw. I mean, everybody that's walked by has made comments.
With 4 hidden cameras in place, Quick Stop ATM was officially open for business.
It looks like any regular ATM on the street.
I don't know anything about it.
We just got another one right now. She's entering her PIN, and as soon as she's done entering that PIN, we'll have recorded her card information and her PIN information.
Equipped with their information, Jim has the keys to their account.
Within half an hour of them using those cards, we can now go out, make our own card, which is very easy to do, and then do a withdrawal up to whatever they have in their account.
Now she's entering her PIN number in, and at this point she's already been scammed.
In reality, Jim only recorded the last 4 digits of their card number along with the total number of digits in their password.
We have another guy right now that's attempting to use the ATM machine, and he's just been denied.
I never really thought. Total shopping.
In all, the machines were used 42 times by 27 different people. This in the course of just 5 hours.
Austin turned out to be a great place. You have a lot of people. They're out having a good time. The last thing on their mind is identity theft. I mean, there's just no way on the planet that someone is going to just leave an ATM just sitting there that's not bolted to the ground. So if it can move at all, if you can push this thing, if it slides even a little bit, it is not a real ATM. It just won't be. And if it turns out that you take it home and it was, don't tell them I told you to. But it won't be. It's not real. It just can't be. Another thing, when you're going to put your card into the ATM, before you put it in, right where the little slot is, just take your hand and wiggle right there, whatever the little device is where you're going to slide it in. All of these things, when they're fixed, they don't stick on very well. They're generally just kind of either Velcroed on with some Stickum or something like that when you push them on. So they peel off relatively easy, or they'll move a lot. They definitely will wiggle and stuff. So if you can either pull it off in your hand, you've either broken their real ATM and run, or more than likely, it's probably one of these skimmers on top of it. So it's a simple thing for you to do. Just wiggle it. Also, when you're going to put in your PIN, even though it looks kind of like dorky, kind of cover your hand as you're typing your PIN in, because even if you mess up when you put the card in, wherever the camera is that's trying to watch you type, it'll generally be affixed inside of a little plastic box or somewhere nearby, and it's trying to see your hand as you type your PIN. If it can't see your hand type your PIN, even if they have the card, it's not near as valuable to them as if they have the PIN as well. So kind of cover your hand as you're doing it. I know it seems kind of childish, but it does work.